Turn to the car before video. This is an in-depth tour of the all-new 2021 Mitsubishi Outlander Exceed. In this video, I'll be giving you a full walk around the car. I'll show the exterior, the interior, as well as a couple interesting features of the car. Let's get straight into it. Towards the front, as you can see, you've got your lights, which are separated two separate pieces. The top portion houses your LED daytime run lights, and the bottom portion houses your headlights. Looking at the LED daytime run lights, you can see that they actually look quite nice, and you can see it's also slightly dark. Blacked out, not blacked out, kind of has a little bit of a dark sort of tint to it, which actually looks quite cool. I was going along this angle, you can kind of see how actually dark it actually gets, which is actually quite cool, and it's kind of got a nice interesting pattern inside the light there. If I go towards the bottom portion, you can actually see that you've got your headlights, as you can see. You can also see it's got some nice chrome all the way in here, and also in here as well, which is a nice little detail. Even in here, you got this little interesting pattern as well. Like the rest of Mitsubishi's lineup, they've got that particularly type of chrome that goes all the way around here on the front of the grille there, which has become their kind of signature, as you can see. If I go towards this side, you can have a better look at the grille. It's very different. Switch to a wide angle lens, you can probably have a better look of the car. You can see you've got a front camera there as well. You can see you've got 4 parking sensors integrated into the front bumper there as well. The fuel consumption of this car is 8.1 litres per 100 kilometers, urban 10.5, extra urban 6.8. In terms of the model, it is an Exceed model and is powered with the transmission is a CVT gearbox, as you can see. To show you you got cameras mounted onto the side view mirrors as well. It's a nice detail, and LED indicators mounted on them as well. If I go over here, you got these really cool style wheels, which actually look really awesome. You can see it's actually got a tinge of black all the way here, which is nice detail, and you got the other soft finish as well. I'll just switch to the wide angle lens so you can have a better look of the wheels. Very cool. Have a look at the suspension components in there as well. You can see also when I step back, you can have a good look of the side profile of the new Outlander. You see you got some nice chrome that goes all the way up here, like over there, and it's kind of got like a sort of a little bit of a partial delete of the B pillar here, with some little bit of gloss black, which I thought was quite nice. Also see you got blind spot monitoring system, also a nice little feature. Now step back, you can have a look at the rear of the new Outlander. You can see the tail lights look actually very heavily quite different. You can see you got this nice little dark red on the top over here, which looks quite nice. If I kind of step back, you can see also there got the LED daytime run lights as well, and the LED brake lights as well. Look over here, you got 4 parking sensors going to go into the rear bumper. I'll just show you underneath. You can see you got independent rear suspension. See, it says Outlander Exceed. Also, you can see you got a little bit of a spoiler, also quite nice, and you can see you got this sort of matte black sort of finish as well. You can see the headlight there, you can see it's like that red over there. Being the Exceed, this one gets a powered tailgate, so if I press this one, oh, before I go, I actually might show you. They've actually redesigned the key as well. So, new key. So it's a new design key, so it's actually a lot lighter. Very light in fact, and very slim looking, which I thought was quite nice. So you can actually unlock the car, and you can press the tailgate from here if you like, and it should open. There you go, like that. So it's all electric, and I'm quite short, so I'm 5'5", and I can easily reach that. So it's actually nice and tall, as you can see, and nice and wide, and having a flat low bay makes it a lot easier to put the large items across. Someone hasn't actually put this out properly, so I'm just gonna move this out of the way. It's kind of a bit distracting, but yeah, you can put it properly, but I'm not gonna do that at the moment. So this one's has got the extra seat, as you can see here. We'll lift this one up. You've got those additional headrests, talk and stuff like that. You can lift these ones here. They'll fold down the seats. I can do the same thing here. Put this one down, fold on the seat, so you can see that is nice and flat, as you can see here, and looks really good as well. And you can pull these seats up, just for argument's sake, and they lock in place. And you can do the same thing on this side, and they lock in place like that. So you can see with the boot space, you do lose a little bit of boot space, or quite a bit, but it's probably most in a lot of cars with these extra seats, so it's manageable, I guess. But yeah, ideally it's probably better if you didn't have everyone in the car, then you could put one of the seats down, then you probably can work more with that. So I thought it's pretty good, nice and easy to do with. While we're here, you can show you the hooks here. Got some storage if you want to put your drinks there, and you got some ports here as well, and you got some hooks as well, which I thought was quite cool. Over here, we'll just press the button here, and they'll electronically raise. It's very quiet as well. See, this one's where it is. See, it's got the super all-wheel drive, super all-wheel control. Yep, pressed that by accident. Anyway, there you go. So I'll show you the interior. This is the new interior of the new Mitsubishi Outlander. I'll just move these keys out of the way so it doesn't look very good with these. Yeah, so you can have a look at the new interior of the new Mitsubishi Outlander. So you can go for the beige interior, as you can see here. Sorry, white interior to be exact. Or you can go for the black interior, which I think looks a little bit more better and obviously easier to clean. But look at the interior, doesn't it just look amazing? This is such a huge step up for Mitsubishi. I mean, this was something that no one expected, and I'm really impressed. It kind of reminds me of BMW, especially with the interior. It's very sharp looking, and I quite like the design language. Really impressed. So towards the front, being the Exceed, you've got a full HD screen, and it's pretty big. I don't know how big it is, but I'll let you know in the motion graphics. So it's actually quite clear in terms of the graphics and everything, so I thought it was pretty neat. And I'm just going to turn it on just to show you the units. Put that on 0, and you can see this is the screen. I'll just put the seat a bit back because I think it's been adjusted. So you can see, look how clear the graphics are. It's very nice. So you can see you've got the rev counter towards the left. Towards the right, you've got your speedometer as well, and then you can see you've got a digital fuel gauge reader, and then you can see you've got a digital oil gauge reader, and then towards the center you can change this sort of screen to have whatever information you want, which is actually pretty neat. So I thought it's really cool. And again, I really like the design. The UI looks really fluid, looks very modern, and it's something it's just such a huge step up. This is a car that no one expected, and this is hats off to Mitsubishi. Really agree with that. The only thing, if I was honest, is the graphical interface looks really good here, but the clarity of the screen looks really great. But it doesn't. They could have just designed the UI to look a little bit more appealing, but they've done a really good job with this screen here. That's just how I feel. But yeah, that's about it really. But yeah, very nice looking screen, as you can see. Now you can see over here. I'll just turn this off for the meantime. You can see you've got a really nice steering wheel here. You see it's also perforated as well, but I think it's just more for looks, as you can see. And you can see you've got some nice black stitching here and over here as well. One thing I do like is they haven't recycled any new buttons. Everything's all new, so you can see you got completely new switch gear here. All the buttons feel very nice. All the buttons feel really nice, and you can see even this little button here has this really nice textured scroll to it, which I quite like, which I think is pretty impressive. You can also see that you've got your hands-free telephone, stuff like that. You can adjust the distance for your adaptive cruise control. You also got your paddle shifters here, minus, plus. It's quite nice. Even the indicators have a completely different look to it. So you can see it's got more of a nice sharper look. So they feel very solid, and they didn't feel cheap compared to the previous version. And this is the headlight and indicator controls. You can see it's actually quite flat. I don't know if you can see that. It's more like a flat design, and it feels very solid. It's like Mitsubishi has made a huge comeback. Very solid feeling. I'm really impressed with that. And you can see even the steering wheel has a completely different look to it. It's got more of a more angular look to it. I think it looks pretty good. And you've got this sort of little trim around here as well, which I thought was pretty neat as well. Very impressed what they've done. You can see towards the top it's all soft touch over here. You can see you got a heads-up display as well, which is quite nice. I'm not sure if this is the one that the screen that comes out or projects on the screen. I probably would have to let you know. And you can see it's all soft touch here. Even over here you got this soft touch sort of vinyl, and you can see over here it's got this some sort of stitching here, a little bit of some gloss black trim. And if I close that, you got a relatively pretty small glove box, as you can see here, which is a little bit disappointing, but you know, that's okay, because it looks quite large, but that looks like all that's been taken up over there. And then this is all soft touch as well, which I thought was quite nice. See, your seats also look really good. Got this diamond sort of stop stitching like on high-end cars, and you can see you've got this sort of silver stitching. I recommend not going to the white, because if you've got blue jeans, it's just going to stay on the backrest, on the lumbar part of the seat, which does happen. So that's just my recommendation. But very good bolstering and really good support. Really awesome. So this is the new head unit. As you can see, it's completely new, and graphically looks very nice in terms of the resolution. The UI could have done, probably they would have done better, but you've got Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so I don't think it's a big deal. In terms of responsiveness, you can see it's quite good. Now this one is fitted with the Bose sound system, so we could have a little quick listen to it. I do like the fact that they've kept the buttons. Like, I love those quick buttons, so it makes it a bit easier when I do this test as well. So we can have a quick listen. Hopefully it's been tuned, but I don't think it has. So
summer approaches.
So I'm trying to find
what happened. Let's take credit for it. Yeah, for sure. Why not? When we spoke,
it's pretty clear though, I'll be honest. But I'm looking for some music.
Aaron, John, and look, everyone who hears that.
For tech, comfort's covered with heated seats and the luxury.
YouTube for 4 to 5 minutes.
Get your tips in now.
Well, you get the idea, but it's actually quite clear. So you also got DAB digital radio, stuff like that. You can change the source, and yeah, so on. So if I go back to the menu, you can see it's actually quite responsive. You got map, so this one actually has navigation, and the clarity is very good. Yeah, pretty relatively responsive. You can see could be a bit better, and this cool plastic material feels actually quite nice. Kind of gives a sensation of glass, and the colors are really well done. I think they've done a really good job with that. We'll just go and see if we can no, I don't meddle it to it. We're just gonna waste all the time. But big screen and everything pretty good. All the buttons. You got surround view cameras, which I thought was pretty good, which I might just turn on this a bit. There you go. So you can see your surround view cameras. So you can see you got a top bird's eye view, which is great. This is really good when you're driving around, and especially when you're parking. Sometimes you can scrape your wheels, or you might not know what's on the sides of you. That's pretty good. And I'll see if I can press it again if it changes. So you can see you got your side angle views of the camera, which is quite nice. And I like it they're done in the corners, because sometimes you always miss the corner when you're parking, which is really smart. And I like it. It's on battery. You can do it. Normally you cannot get all the functions. You can only go top and side, but you can do that even when you're running on battery without the cars being started. So you got your rear. That's back your map. Bird's eye side, and then you can have a quick look at that, which is great before you even start the car. So it's actually pretty smart. And yeah, it's very clear, the resolution as well. So they've really done a great job with that. Yeah, which I thought was cool. Daytime, night, I think you can set it auto. Nights they can adjust. Sometimes at night you don't want it too bright. Yeah, but overall the responsiveness is pretty good, and yeah, I think it's pretty impressive. Now let's have a look at the air conditioning. Now, being a Mitsubishi, The air conditioning is really good. Obviously there's Mitsubishi Electric, they make air conditioning systems, so I won't be surprised. So let's just have a look. So you can see here, you can see the fan speed. Pretty powerful how it comes out. Whoa, very powerful. And you can see, let's see the temperature. So the lowest is, ooh, the buns have a really nice tactile feel. You can feel that. I love the resistance. So it's about 18 degrees appears to be the lowest. Highest appears to be 32. So pretty nice. You can see all the buns feel really nice. Again, all new sort of design, new switch gears, everything. So very, very, very nice. And you kind of have to fiddle with this one if you want the thing. And you've got the front and rear demisters right over there. All quite nice. Let me turn this off. You can see even the buns, they feel very solid. You can see how they feel. So, you can see they have a good feel. It's quite nice. Let's see if we can turn it off. All the buns feel very solid. Quite like that. Even these ones here, you can feel, listen to that. Very nice. Even this one. This one's probably a little bit less resistant, but this is all plastic, not metal. But you can see you've got this little nice sort of material over here, which I thought was quite nice. Even here, feels pretty solid. All that pretty nice. I think these light up as well, which I imagine they do. But yeah, very nice. Really, really flawless. Now if I lift this one up, because I've got this in the way, you can see you've actually got QI wireless charging. So, which is actually quite neat. You can wirelessly charge your smartphone. You can also see you got a USB Type-C port, a USB Type-A port, and another power outlet there too. Over here you got your CVT transmission. So obviously now Mitsubishi, this car actually shares the same platform as the new Nissan X-Trail. So they both use the same engine and use both the same transmission. I'm a bit disappointed with the fact they went with the CVT. It would be nice to see like a dual clutch or something like that. But again, this is a huge step up. So I quite like how it's kind of like you can rest your hand on it too. Kind of reminds me a little bit like a mouse. Looks pretty cool here. And you can see you've got this really nice textured style finish, you can see, which actually looks quite neat. You can see it's all flat here, but you can see the design. I quite like that. I think that's cool. And even this thing here, the mode selector here, so you can set normal, different terrain, snow, all that, so you can go off-road with, I think you saw that stick at the back with that technology, so I think that's pretty cool. And it feels very nice. So you got electronic parking brake, auto hold, so you can hold the selfie on let's say on a hill. It won't roll back, which is actually pretty cool. A lot of gloss back materials here, which looks nice, but they do get scratched quite easily, so it'd be nice if manufacturers kind of avoid using that. And you can see you got some cup holders here, which are actually quite nice. So if I switch to the wide angle lens, you can see you can easily fit these bottles here. They even fit easily over here as well. Really good. You got the glove box here. See, it kind of looks big when you open it. It's not that big, it's not that shallow, but it's not really much of a big deal. But it would be bigger, but if it was a little bit more deeper. But that's okay, that's me being really nitpicky. Powered seats here, that's quite nice. And even for the passenger side has memory seats as well, which is nice. Normally they always do powered seats for one side, not the other. So I think that's a really good job what they've done there. You can see the seats, all pretty nice. Very nice. You can see you've got sunglass holder. You can see you got your interior illumination. You got a sunroof. You can see you got a big wide panoramic sunroof. It's actually quite nice. And all that. So it's this really solid car. I just never expected a company like Mitsubishi has been dead for years, like honestly, and they bring out a car like this. This is a huge, great comeback. And I even like here the switches. They all look completely new and they look good. Like they haven't recycled anything, and I like that they're really trying. And you can see, look at these switches. They look so cool, even with this nice material here and this like flush look. It looks really. They've taken a lot of cues from all their competitors, and they probably learned from their mistakes. And you got this carbon fiber style looking finish, and all the switches feel very good and solid. Very sharp design, and yeah, fantastic really. Put this one over here because we're gonna have a step in the back. Just have a look at the rear seats. Even there's animations as well. They've really put an effort. So if I open that, You can see, oh, just close like that maybe might be easier. Open it up, you can see, opens up nicely there. Even the door cards here, you can see it's also nicely some soft touch materials here. You can see you got this sort of diamond edge stitching as well, also very, very nice. Quite like that. Now just go and have a look at these seats. Now I've already folded down those seats, so you can probably get a good idea how it looks like the seats folded. So I'm just going to put these back up. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to do that earlier. You can see this is the rear seats, same sort of seats at the front. And one thing I would have liked though, I just realized just now, is they should have put some perforated seats. Because when it gets really hot and stuff like that, which, the only thing, if I was really nitpicky, you can see, I think what's really cool is you can actually put this one seat down and then this will become like sort of like a ski hatch. You can easily do that. And there's some cup holders there, which I'm trying to do it, but come on. I'm not too sure. Anyway, I'll just leave that. But you got some 2 cup holders there, which is quite neat. So you can see you got the same style seats at the front. Rear visibility looks really good actually, which kind of surprised me. So you can see you got like good visibility. You do have a blind spot there, but you got blind spot monitoring, I guess. You got some. Obviously you lose some lights here, but you do gain them here. So which is actually pretty alright. I guess that's not that bad with those little switches here, which will be a little bit hard to see, but yeah, pretty nice. You got some shades, which I thought was very useful. I don't know if these are optional extras, but yeah, you can see you can easily put some shades, and they feel pretty responsive and quite springy, and they nicely rest there, which I think is quite nice. Nice to see some rear vents, but then you've got a little bit of a little screen there, digital screen, so you can put like, set your dedicated temperature if you like. Sorry, the screen won't do its thing. There you go. It's not focusing, doesn't it? So you can see you got your vents here. You can easily adjust all that. That's pretty nice. I'll just show you the dashboard from the rear seat. Really amazing, this new Outlander. I think it looks incredible. So we look at the storage here, you can see you've got a lot of, actually really big storage in the rear. So normally a lot of cars don't put good storage in the rear, but they've actually done a good job and made an effort. So you can easily fit 2 large bottles there. You even got the same design there. And one thing I really do appreciate is they've actually bothered to actually make this all soft touch here. This is a bit hard plastics, but it's good. So it's like you're treated the same way. See, all the switches also feel very good in that carbon fiber looking finish. All really good. Really impressive. Good headroom. A little bit you lose a little bit, you can see, because the sunroof, the power sunroof, but that is, I mean, I'm quite short. I've got maybe like an inch or 2 in the middle seat, but yeah, that's because I'm short. So that sunroof may cause a tiny bit of an issue, but overall pretty good. So just have a look at the engine bay. I think that'd be pretty interesting just to see. So a quick look at the same seat. You can see the same piping there, stitching there. Very nice, good. But yeah, I just feel they should have put perforated seats. Let's have a look. Now the bonnet's a little bit hard to close, and when the other people was showing me, it's a little bit weird. You got some additional buttons there, which are all blank buttons. So let's have a look at the new engine bay. This is going to be a bit weird. It's easy to open, but it's just hard to close. This is a very weird spot. Look how random it is. Just there. Anyway, this is the engine. Show the engine so you can see you got the battery here. Pretty neat. Nice. Switch to a wide angle lens. So for the background noise. Really hats off to Mitsubishi. They've really tried this time, and I'm looking forward to new models. So hopefully they bring a new Pajero. Be really cool. I think it'll be a really good lineup, which I think they're gonna do a cross-platform with Nissan with the next generation Nissan Patrol. So I think it'll be pretty interesting. Alternate all the way down there. Very nice. Okay, so we'll try to close this. I don't think it's gonna close it. And these are built in Japan, so there's no oh, got it. First shot. Well done. Right, that's my little walk around of the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander. Hope you enjoyed this video. This car is for sale at Eastside Mitsubishi. I'll leave the details in the description below. Hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.